Problem 3. There are 60 students standing in line, facing their teacher. So they all start facing their teacher. Each of them are labeled 1, 2, 3, all the way to 60. So each of them has a label, and it's assumably in order, and it's 1, 2, 3, just one number per student. This teacher first instructs all students whose label is a multiple of 4 to turn 180 degrees. So after turning 180 degrees, remember those students are now not facing the teacher, their backs are facing the teacher. Then she instructs all the students whose label is a multiple of 5 to do the same. Then whose label is a multiple of 6. So how many students are now facing the teacher? So when it says all the multiples of 4, all the multiples of 5, and all the multiples of 6, you have to think about where it overlaps. For example, some numbers, they are multiples of 4 and 6, or 4 and 5, or 5 and 6, or all three combined. So that's a possibility that you have to think about. And also we need to think about what are we looking for, because it says all the people who turn 180 degrees. Well, some people, they're not going to be moving at all. They could be prime numbers, or they could just not be a multiple of any of 4, 5, or 6. So those people are all still facing the teacher because they didn't move. But those people who turned twice, right? The students who turned twice will also be facing the teacher. So that's what we're looking for. So first, let's make a Venn diagram, and now we need to think about how much circles we need. Because there's 3 properties, we need to have a bigger Venn diagram. So, for example, this one would have to be overlapping these. So this is what our brand new Venn diagram will have to look like. So this would be the multiple of 4s, 5s, and 6. Alright, so let's first find how many people are in the middle right here. That's a multiple of 4, 5, and 6. Well, what's the LCM of 4, 5, and 6? That would be 60 itself. So there's only one number in that 60 itself, right in the middle right here. And then we can think about how many people are multiples of both 4 and 5. Well, 4 and 5, that's 20 divided by 20, that's 3. Remember, we're not going to put a 3 right here because 60 is one of these. So 3 minus 1 is 2. This is 2. Now let's do 60 divided by the least common multiple of 5 and 6. Well, 5 and 6, that's 30. And that's going to give us 2. But really, we're going to put a 1 because one of the 2 is already here. Now our last one, well, not our last one, but like right here, this would be the 60 divided by the LCM of 4 and 6. And now don't say 24 because that's not their least common multiple. Their least common multiple is actually 12, so always double check. That's 5, but really we're going to put in 4 because there's already one used up here. Now, it's easy because we just find how many students are a multiple of 4, 5, and 6, and find these areas. Well, 60 divided by 4, that gives us 15. And there's already 7 used up, so over here it's 8. Now we have 60 divided by 5, and that's 12. How many are already used up? 4, so over here it's 8 as well. 60 divided by 6, and that's 10. And already we have 6 used up, so this is 4. Now, what do we have? What else do we need? Well, remember, not every student is a multiple of 4, 5, or 6. Some students may just have always been facing the teacher and never moved. Well, those students, we would add all of this up. So 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus this 4 is 24. And 24 plus this 4 is 28. So we have 28, and 60 minus 28, that gives us 32. Meaning that there was 32 that was like not counted in this entire Venn diagram. It's just somewhere hanging out somewhere here. So now what are we looking for? We're looking for how many people are facing the teacher. Well, there's two types of people that might be facing the teacher. One are the type of people that never move, which is this 32 right here. Also plus the amount of students that moved twice, which is 2, 1, and 4. That's 7. And 32 plus 7 is 39. So our final answer is 39. Now, the main part of this question, when students might get a lot of mistakes, is they forget to either it's in the first step of just drawing this Venn diagram, or they forget to either this 32 or this 7. So that's something you need to pay attention.